Je moet dit op die WhatsApp ook, op die Zawadi WhatsApp ook opfix. Weet je, okay. Het jy vir die ouens gesê we going live now? En dan gaan jy kyk of gaan ons ja, dat dit En dan kan die mens na die tyd daai video edit, nee.
Ja, dis ek dink eintlik dit is nie hierdie
Ek het ook so gedag. 3 het gecancel. Maar dis fine, dis nie
And what is seen as success? 3 out of 4?
Is jy op 'n groot WhatsApp groep nie?
Was WhatsApp? So ek nou hier ingaan. Okay, that's one of us.
Okay, cool. En dan sê maar net daarso ons is live. Ek sien jy antwoord, nee. Okay, cool.
Maybe it was I would also. But the rest of the guys. We're getting your TV against the song. Sort of raises expectations. That's
Can be the audience might answer thing.
Okay, cool. I'm going to start. Julle kan maar hierso in die klaskamer wherever. Ja, ek dink is okay. Wel ek gaan met julle chat, so ek dink sit liewes hierso anders te gaan ek otherwise I'm going to talk there to the camera. Hi everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to start now. It's our first live stream as well, so we might be some technical issues today. We've had our first one. We'll just learn and see exactly how this works and learn from it. And then we'll probably start doing these sessions with different teams and agents more regularly. Yeah, so to today's session, just waiting for the audience to get their seat here. So today's session is mainly to look at how you can grow a big team in Zawadi so that you can get to sales manager level where you can start earning properly. Meaning, because of the big structure, you should probably earn a decent commission, start earning ongoing revenue. So that is what I want to explain today, is how to get there. So for new team leaders and agents, this opportunity is available for everybody in Zawadi. So it is important, especially team leaders, that you explain to your agents that you can grow your team like this. So when you start, everybody starts off as an agent. Okay, so very important, everybody needs to start as an agent. As an agent, you need to learn how to sell, right? You have to get good at selling. That's your number one job. If you can sell as an agent, then we will give you the opportunity to become a trainer or a team leader where you can start building your team. But first you have to understand your normal agent job. how the product works so that you don't and ah when a customer asks you about stuff, how you how the systems work so that you can place the order, so that you know how to get your reports and understands how to follow up, how the ticketing system work, the help desk system, and also very important, your sales techniques. So if you don't know your sales techniques, then you won't sell as much as your potential. Okay, so you have to be a good agent, right? A lot of people are there. Then if you're a good agent, you have the opportunity to become a team leader. Okay, so a trainer or team leader, you can then recruit. Now, what a lot of people are doing is they are recruiting 10, 20 agents when they become a team leader, and then they drop the ball by not training these guys properly. So the right way to train your agents or your team is to recruit one person, right? And this agent, you will then spend a lot of time with this agent. Okay, so when on this level, right, when you're a small team leader, you need to spend time with this guy in the field. So you need to go out with him in the field every day. So we've got the new academy program, right? Very easy. You follow the program. It tells you what to do with this guy on day one or step in the first step, what to train him. So you and him goes into the field. You just follow the academy program, what to do. You don't have to think too much. You just follow the instruction. So you go out with him in the field. You are selling, because on this level, you need your sales. You're not going to get team leader money because your team is too small. So you still need to sell to earn your living. And then on this level, you spend time with this guy daily. In the field, you show him how the sales work, how hard he has to work, how he's going to have to sweat, how many people's going to say no, and you're going to spend time with this guy until this guy can start working on his own. All right, where he's independent and he knows everything. So when he's on his own and he knows everything, then you can start bringing somebody else as well. Okay, so there's your second agent. Agent. Hi guys, hello. Okay, so sorry, there's one or two people that just joined. Just to recap quickly, guys. So what we're doing is we explaining. Is the camera there in the way?
Yes. No, I can do this.
Okay, so cool. So basically, when you start building your team, right? Usually you just learned how to be a good agent. Now we give you the opportunity to build your team. When you build your team, the right way is to bring somebody on board and spend proper time with this guy and train him properly until he's trained. Then you move on to the next person. So now the same thing, the academy makes it possible app that while you're on this, again, on this level, when you start recruiting another person, let's say this guy is on step 7, so he's now on there. The app will explain to you as a team leader what to teach this guy, and then also you start this guy now with step 1. So step 1 is basically his first day. What is he needs to get taught there? So the app will control it. You're on your app, you check, okay, cool, today with agent 2, I'm going to do this stuff, the basics, RICA, all the legislation and all those kind of things. But step 7 is where the guys start going into the Zawadi University training online. So now, as a team leader, you'll say, okay, you're at step 7, look at your app, you need to watch these videos today. The app will guide you. And again, here, step 1, we're working together. Now you're going to the field. When your team is small, right, you and this new guy work together on the door, at the gazebo, wherever. This guy is next to you. He's on the opposite side of the road, or he's close by, because he's still brand new. He can't work on his own. He'll still lose his attitude, and then you need to be there to motivate him. Okay, so he'll start off with a bang in the morning. No, I'm fine. I can work on my own. 2 hours later, you see him. He's like, oh, like this, and he's feeling like, oh, nobody wants to buy, because he hasn't become strong in staying positive all day. He hasn't ingrained the law of averages in his head yet. Okay, so that's the way to build a quality team, right? If you come as a new team leader and you recruit 10 people, what will happen is you can't go to the door of a customer with 10 people, because you'll freak them out. When they open the door, they'll be like, what's going on here? right? You're not going to get a sale. If it's you and one other person, it's usually a problem. I've done a lot of door-to-door with 2 people that I've been training, and then when you go to the door, you must tell the people, hey, it's nothing serious. We're from Boomer, we're doing fiber, or whatever your pitch introduction is, and these guys are in training today, so that's why they're here with me. So tell the people why there's 3 people there, so that they don't get a fright. But that's why it's important that you basically get 1 or max 2 people, but 1 person. And this guy, then when you're pitching the customer, he learns. While you're pitching and teaching him, you also make sales. Okay, so that's important. You protect your income here. It's very, very important as a new agent, because we also see a lot of times team leaders will recruit. He spends time here. Now he gets a sale and he gives it to this agent. And then tomorrow the agent quit because this job's not for him. So he's just lost that sale. Don't give your sales away. If you work for it, right, that guy must you teaching him the ropes. Very, very important. So when these guys are trained, right, now you add another agent, right, and now you've got 3 agents. So the thing is, maybe it's 2 weeks later, this guy is on day 21 now, this guy is on day 8, or step 8, and you've got a new guy now. He's independent, they can work together. All right, now you and this guy will work together for this period, you and him. Same thing, what you've done with him, you now do with this guy. All right, but what do you do with these 2 guys now? Okay, follow the app, check the academy. He's on day 8. What do you do? Oh, you have to watch this videos in YouTube. He's done all these in university. He's done all of that. Now he's on step 21. Okay, check at the app. Okay, buddy, this is what you must do today. This is what we're going to teach you. And you do your training with him. You do your training with this person, right? The 4 of you go together to the field because your team is still small, all right? But if this is a road and there's houses there, right? Then you and this new guy say, we'll take this side of the road, we'll take the right, and you 2 go up here. And these 2 guys, you pair them together for the day, and they now go and see these houses this side. So you are working close to each other. If there's a problem here, you can help them quickly. They can run over and ask advice. So if you leave new agents on their own, right, new agents will lose their attitude. And if there's nobody there to help them, that's how they're going to quit. You have to be there step by step. If you don't spend quality time training these people, you're going to lose them. We have a lot of team leaders. They'll train 10, 15 people. They place an ad in the community. There's lots of people. They train them in one big room for an hour or 2, and they send them in the field. And yes, 1 or 2 guys make a sale, but the majority of those guys, they're gone after a week or a few days. Why? Because they don't know what to do. They're at the customer and they forgot. You have to guide them and train them. This takes time and it takes energy, right? And if you've got 10 agents here, right, then how are you going to do this? Are you going to you're going to tell the guys, okay, you 10 guys, you wait here. I'm going with this guy first. Now you spend half an hour with him. Now you come back, you take this guy. So you give each guy half an hour. The other guys sit under the tree, wasting their time. You understand? That is not, it's not, you can't train people properly. Okay. This is how you retain agents, and this is how the best agents stay. Right? We still have high agent churn, so please understand that we have a lot of agents that quit because they don't want to work hard. This job is not easy. It is worth it, but it's not easy. So you still have agent churn even if you do things right. But it's all about giving yourself the best chance for success. So that's what if you do your job properly, you'll have the best chance of success. Okay. All right. So here we are. Let's go look at the commercials. You've got your team here, right? Day 1, or you're starting your new guy. Let's say you do 30 activations. Your new agent comes in, you and them spend time together. All right, all month, right? You start training this guy. 3 days later, boom, he quits. Now you have to get another guy. You start over. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. He quits. You start over. Okay, you get another guy. Day 1, day 2. You just follow the app, the system. Train the guy on those days. Okay, cool. Then after 3 or 4 agents, you have somebody that sticks. He's now in day 8, he's in day 9. All right. When those other agents were quitting, it doesn't matter because you're doing your agent job. You're in the field, you're selling. That's your primary purpose here when you have a small team. This guy, it's a privilege to be next to you and learn from you, right? Because you're going to teach him how to make 10,000 bucks as an agent, right? Lots of people, if you tell them, come and do this job for 10,000, yes, right? But as soon as they see, I have to work, then they forget that this is what it's going to give. But you're doing this. You maintain your 30, and if you do your system and you stay in the system, your referrals will keep on growing. So later on, next month, you might do 35, right? You get an agent, you work with him. If he quits, it's okay because you sorted. You're not reliant on him. So have that mindset. You're not making team leader money for now. Okay, now this agent stays. It's a month and a half later. This agent is on day 15. He's on 10 sales, right? It's month end. So you've done your 35 now. And these 10, it's 45. Okay? You don't earn team leader money yet because it's less than 75. Remember that the first target to earn team leader money is 75. So you're not earning any team leader money yet, which is okay because you make enough here. You might have to spend some money on taxi for this guy, right? But don't give your sales to him. Or you might need to buy him a quota or something to survive for the day, all right? If he doesn't have any food. So yeah, okay, you're making 10,000 bucks here, but just know, okay, I'm spending 1,000. I'm going to allocate for my agents. So you know you're going to lose money, right? But next month, you're busy now with this guy, okay? So this is now the month 2 agent. He's coming. In month 2, this guy is now in the flow. He's following academy. He's making his sale a day. At the end of the month, in month 2, he's doing his 30. You're doing your 35 as well. And this new guy, he just started. You had a few people that come, go. They only did 5 here. Okay. So 35 plus 30 plus 5 is 70. So unfortunately, 70, you don't qualify. Okay, it's all right because you made 10,000 bucks and you're spending 1,000 on these guys. But this guy, you don't have to spend money on anymore. He's making money. So he pays his own stuff now. You're very close. Yeah, exactly. So you're close to making team leader money, but you're spending that 1,000 rand now on this agent. Now imagine if you've got 10 agents and you have to spend 1,000 on all of them. They'll eat all your money. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, now we go to month 3. Okay, you've got another agent that you've got here. Now this guy is good enough. He's making 20 in the next month. It's not as strong as this guy. This guy is making 35. You keep on pushing and your referrals grow. So you're on 40 now, right? And this new guy, maybe he did 5 for the month. Okay, you've 1 or 2 agents. So this is your structure in month 3. Okay, so 35 plus 20 plus 40 is 95 plus 5. So now you're on 100 sales. Okay, times 40. Okay, so that is 4,000 bucks. Okay, so you're always training one person, so you're always spending 1,000 there. But now is plus 4,000 team leader money. Okay, 13,000. Okay, so now you're getting rewarded. But how long did it take you? Remember, you were a month or 2. You were pushing before you become a trainer, before you reach target. And then it took you a month to get 1 good agent. Another month to get another one. Another month. So after 4 or 5 months, right, you only start earning team leader money. So that's why it's important. You have to keep on pushing as an agent when you have a small team. Okay. Now, when you've got 3 or 4 agents, right, and you add another one, then it becomes a problem for all working together, right? 3 or 4 people, you can still work closely, but the problem is if these 2 guys go on this side of the road and you and your new guy goes on this side, where's this guy going? Unless you go 2 at the door. But it's probably better to say, okay, you 2 guys have been here for 2 months, okay? You're reaching target, okay? You can actually become trainers, okay? Get yourself an agent, and the 4 of you work together next door. Okay, so let's look at the map at the area. You go that side, me and these 3 guys go this side. And then you say, okay, let's arrange for lunchtime. We meet each other there at the KFC or at the Chizanyama or whatever is in the area. And then you catch up. Okay, now this guy's going to tell you as a team leader, yo, this guy's negative. He's complaining. Hey, he doesn't want to walk. Then you can teach him now you're teaching him as a trainer how to handle the situation. All right. This guy says, my agent quit. He doesn't want to do door-to-door. He's working on his own. And this guy is negative. My agent quit. What did I do wrong? Nothing. Remember, you're an agent. Focus on being an agent for the rest of the day. Reach your target. You need your 10,000. Okay. So now you start teaching these guys to be trainers by checking in with them. And you are the trainer here. So in this capacity here for these guys, you are now a team leader because you're training the trainers. But here you are a trainer because you're training these agents. So you need to now this is now a new skill that you're going to learn. Maybe this guy is very negative and then he makes you negative, and again, then it's all this learning curve. But that's why it's important to build this thing systematically and to build the guys with quality. All right. So let's look at the situation now 4 or 5 months later. Okay. So I hope you can still see what's going on there. Might have. Okay, so let's say you red means that is this is now trainers. Red is trainers as well. Okay. And so this guy, so we in month. Oh, Dion, can you just ask them for the window cleaner or the board cleaner that we can just clean it a little bit nicer, please? Thanks. So now, so remember, we're down 4 or 5 months down the line now. Okay. 5 months down the line, you've got a lucky team here, starting to make a bit of extra money. And this is now when it's starting to get excited. So this is now where the money is going to get lacquer. Okay, so what's happening is we're here month 4 since you're a team leader. Because let's say month 6, so this took 5 months for you to be a good agent, then start building your team. Let's say 6 months later, then thank you. Just clean this a little bit better. Okay, so we're 6 months down the line. This guy becomes a trainer. He gets an agent. This guy is a trainer that's an agent. You work with these guys in the field. All right. So let's say this guy now, you get him trained well. He's doing 20. This guy's doing 30. You on your 40. You're setting the pace. You're in the field every day. You're driving your guys. You're a good example to the team. This guy's a good trainer now. This guy's also got a big base, and they're training the agents. This guy got 20 and 10. All right. This guy's just on its own. You actually can do one more guy because these guys are independent now. And you start bringing a new agent, and he's on 5 sales. So what does your picture look like now? 40 plus 40 is 80, is 110. 145, 150, 170, 180, 200. Suddenly you've got 200 sales times 40. And now this team leader money goes 8,000. How many are you spending on your team? Right? 1,000. You're just spending money on this guy. He's making 20. He's making 6, 7. He covers his own cost. He's covering his own cost. Okay? Maybe you're saying, "Ooh, lekker boys, I've made 8,000 bucks now." You don't tell them that probably. You can, because that's what they can make as well. And you say, "You know what? I'm going to take another 1,000 every month and treat my team. Build loyalty." Okay, cool. Guys, thank you. We've reached target. Let's all go to the Chizanyama and I'll get everybody some lekker chicken or whatever. Or you buy a lot of booze, you all get together, or maybe you take them all out to the movies or whatever. You're making enough money, so that will be a good reinvestment. Okay, what's happening the next month? Okay, month 7, right? This guy brings one more person. This guy brings one more person, right? This guy becomes a trainer now, and he brings a person. Okay? So he's a trainer. Let's make him red. Okay? And you get this guy to 20. Okay? So suddenly what happened? There's an extra 15 there. Let's say this guy do 10, an extra 25. This guy does 10, 35, and this guy does 5. So we're on 240 month 7. Oh, you just missed sales manager. It would have been a nice bump, but you missed it. But is it okay? Because now this has gone to 9,600. Okay? So guys, let's all get together. We review the thing. Okay, cool. If we just work a little bit extra, build a little bit extra. If we can do 300 targets for the thing, I'll take you all out, whatever, for a big party or whatever, and you put the incentive in place. But next month, this guy do 30, this guy do 20, this guy continues to build, this guy continues to build. How's it? So now on this level, right? On this level here, you stop. These guys, you're going to stop going to the field now. You don't have to go to the field anymore, right? You will probably go there for a day or two. You'll start going less because you now need to start coordinating these ones. This is now a big team leader. He's got 3, 4 agents. This guy's a big team leader. He's got 3, 4 agents. This is a new team leader. You might want to spend time with this guy and still a little bit here, but check in with these guys, have meetings with this team, train them, train this team. Later the day, you go and have a meeting with this team and you give these guys training. So now you start doing a lot more team leader training. You might have to go to the office to go and collect branding materials and flyers for the agents. All right. Or you might have to arrange to say, okay, cool, let's get the vehicle and we go put up core exports or whatever you do. So when you start getting to this level from team leader 2 onwards, you're gonna have to spend time out in the at the office and planning and so forth. So but anyway, on this level, then what's happening with the money is, let's have a look what happens with the money. So you want 240, you got 9,600 plus 9,000, or 10,000 plus 9,600. Let's say that's 20,000 bucks. Okay, you spent 1,000 on your one agent, right? And you spend 1,000 on your team, so you sit with 18,000 bucks. All right. Now next month, this guy goes to, he does, let's say, this agent doesn't do too much. Let's see, okay, well, let's say this guy do 20 there. Okay, cool, he's doing 20 there. This team here, this guy is doing 10 there. Actually, this guy is an emergency. He can't sell for the month. He's going to his grandma. He's just doing his 10 leads. This guy, does his team do this? Okay, let's add the numbers together. Well, let's say this guy, we got him to 20. This guy is now doing 40. So that team is doing well. This team is struggling a little bit. This guy brings another agent and he does 10. This guy now does 30 also. They're all following academy, and these guys do 30 each. Okay, so now we add it together. 40, 30, 30 is 100, plus 80 is 180, plus 70 is 250, 300, 340. So the team grew with 100. There's 340 month 8. Okay, 340. So because you passed the 250 mark, you go to the next level, so you get 65 Rand. Okay, what is 340 times 65? Let's quickly check. Three 340 times 65 is 22,100. So 22,100 is the commission you get for your team leader money. Okay, so your team, so you'll still be, your sales might go down to say 30, then 20, then 10. It will slowly but surely go down, but you will still have a lot of referrals because you've got Forex in the field, you've got flyers out and about, your customers are referring, so you will still do sales on this level. Okay, so let's say you do 6,000 on your own sales or 9,000 on 30, and now you're getting 22,000 bucks there for team leader money. Okay, you spent your normal commissions, then that's on 30,000. Okay, but this team here now has qualified for team leader money as well. So how many did they do? 40 plus 20 is 50, plus 30 and 20 is 100. So they've done 100. So 100 times 40 is 5,000. So that comes from your team leader money. So now you pay that team leader is 4,000, and then you're sitting with 26,000 left. Right. So this is how the system this is how multi-level marketing works. So you get the full amount comes to you, and then when these guys start qualifying, you pay them out. But what happened was, when you jumped, because the system is designed like that, usually when this guy becomes a team leader, on that level, you usually jump to the next level. Sometimes it might be a month delayed, or if you've only got one guy doing well and these guys are not working, then he's just going to eat all your money. But if you do the system correctly, then what will happen is when there's a bump in the income, usually that bump covers then the team leader money. So look at your team leader grew from like 8 to 10,000 bucks to 26,000. There was a big jump. But you only have to pay out now team leader money. All right, so that's the principle. So this is 8 months, 9 months down the line. Next month, month 9, this guy becomes a trainer. This guy becomes a trainer. This guy can become a trainer. This guy can become a trainer. This guy can become a trainer. This guy can do another one. This guy becomes a trainer. This guy becomes a trainer. So you've worked and you did a lot of effort to build the foundation strong. You've got strong foundations, agents that's not going anywhere. They're strong now. Boom, boom. We can make these extra trainers. And this is then where you will start growing exponentially. All right. So there's another 100 or 200 activations in. And on this level, you start growing with a lot faster and a lot higher. Right. Yeah, and then you'll be above the 30,000 mark from there on, and you wouldn't want to, you won't be looking back. So this is the principle that you need to focus on as a new agent. Okay, there's a few roles that you need to get good at. I'll quickly explain that. But before I do, let's just do questions quickly. Do any of you have questions?
You must be very careful of relying on his efforts as soon as you build your CV, he's able to train. The mistake that I did is I know his challenge and my challenge. So instead of going I Right? So you must be very careful of that, so that you make sure that you spread it, you spread your structure sideways instead of depending on one team leader who you see that he is very capable of training and growing the teams. Whereby instead of you training the other teams, you know, I'm gonna help my number one. Every agent you get, you start going to his channel, he then grows and grows and grows. It comes to a point where if you do that, you find yourself in a position where the guy that you should be supporting and is your number one is outpaying you because you just rely on one.
Yeah, so the comment that he's explaining is he started and then he had a strong guy that was a lot of potential team leader, and then when he was a team leader, there was a team leader, and he had some agents on his structure. Then he wanted to help this guy, so he moved all these agents there. So then this guy was earning actually the majority of the team leader's money, and he's not earning here, right? And later on, this guy's got a big structure now, but actually these guys should have been team leaders as well. So be careful of that, because the problem is if you build a big structure or you have a structure and this guy does very well and follow the system, or he builds a big team. So let's say this guy does 10, 5, 27, and you do their 30, and then this team here does, let's say this team does 200. Okay, so what happens is the system look at the structure and he adds everything in this structure together. Now he sees, wow, look here, this structure is doing 280. Wow, okay, they qualify for $65. Right? Or let's round it off. Let's say 300. I just want to do that's 21,000. Okay, so this structure is doing 300, right? But this guy here, right? Let's say he does 250. Okay, for the structure. So he also qualifies for the 65 now. So that means they're on the same level. So the 250 times 65, that is 17,500. Right? I think it's it. You can fact check me. Anyway, so now he gets 21,000 for team leader commission, right? So but he has to pay this guy 17,500. So now he's sitting with for what is it, 3,500 left. So he's the big guy, but this guy's making all the money. So there's you see the system is skewed, right? So he only makes the 65 on this little group and nothing here. But if he had built sideways to say, okay, he didn't move the agents and this guy was here, right? So his structure was here and he did 60 for his structure here, and this guy did 190. It means he would have been doing 190 times 40. So he would have paid this guy 7,600. And this guy hasn't qualified yet, so he's on 60. So he, what it would have looked like is there was 7,600 he paid, and he's still sitting with 13,400 bucks team leader money. Right. So this is the scenario. So that's why you have to build a sideways structure as well, because when this goes up, it bumps you to the next level so that you make on all of them. But if only one guy is strong, then you just earn on the same level. Okay, so yes, thanks for that comment. That's very important to keep an eye on that. All right, and then the other thing that I quickly wanted to go through or discuss with you is your different roles. So first, you start off as an agent, right? When you're a good agent, you can become a trainer. When you're a trainer, right, you've got a new skill set. Here, you focus on selling. Right? This is your main purpose. When you reach target and you understand your selling skills, then only do you want to learn the new skill of trainer. The skill of trainer, there's a different skill set. Okay, you need to learn how to differentiate between the two. That's important, because as a trainer, there's other things that's important. You need to be able to sacrifice your time You need to be able to, you want to build relationships with these new agents. You can't just, hey, how are you? Good, good. Hello. Morning. Go grab a seat there. Here's another one. Sorry for that. Okay, so what we were saying is when you're an agent, right? When you're in the field and you're selling to the customers, you're an agent. In that capacity, you need to learn know that skill, and you need to do that. As a trainer, you need to learn this skill now, right? So here's the other stuff, like how to build a relationship. So you can't be fighting with this agent all the time, because then he's probably going to quit. If you don't sacrifice your time and energy here in developing this guy, it's not going to last. Okay, so sometimes you have to listen to his pitch when he's at the door. This guy will be pitching the customer. You can't sell at that stage because you have to listen to that guy. All right. So in order to make the big team leader money, you have to learn to sacrifice some of that time. Okay. And as we've explained earlier, when you've got a small team and you work one-on-one, you don't have to sacrifice much time. But if you've got a bigger team, you're going to have to do more. Then there's a next level, team leader level. So when you learn how to be a good trainer and you've trained a few people, and these agents become trainers, then you'll have a new responsibility, team leader. Okay, so then there's some new skill sets. So we've got a lot of this program is designed in the new app. We're still building sales manager and dealer level. Frederick, how far is this all done yet?
Until team leader, yeah.
Until team leader is done. We're starting with sales manager and dealer soon. So this stuff is in the new Academy app. You can just follow the steps there. All right. We're still improving the app. It's some of the first versions of it. We're putting a lot of AI in the app. We're putting a lot of animation in there. But for now, it's the basic information which you can access and know exactly what you need to teach. But what is important, what I want to tell you is when you're in the field, right, and you've got a trainer here and you've got two agents, right? This guy is now a trainer and you're a team leader, and this guy has his agent in the field. When this guy is having issues with this agent of him, right? There you need to come in as a team leader to explain to him what the situation. This is a new trainer. He takes out his agent into the field, and the agent quits after a day or two. This guy is negative, right? He thinks he did something wrong. He didn't do something wrong. It's just how it goes. People don't want to work hard or whatever. So you just tell him, no, it's going to happen a lot. Don't worry. Let's get a new agent. Focus on selling as an agent to protect your income. So you train this guy. Okay. This guy is very negative at the end of the day because he's agent and it just messed him up. You take him out for a cold drink or something after work, and you sit with him and you get his attitude back and you explain to him, all right, motivate him. When this agent has lost his attitude in the field, then you need to be his trainer. Then you need to motivate him. Okay. Then you're not going to tell him the team leader job to say, you know what, you can't quit now because I need you. Right? That's not going to work. You need to explain the right things to this guy. It doesn't help you tell this guy, listen, I know how you feel, but when you've got a big team one day, other people's also going to lose their attitude. Then you need to train them. He doesn't want to know about a big team. He's like trying to make a sale to get bread on the table. So don't tell him one day he's going to have a big team and be a sales manager or team leader for this guy. Yeah, you need to be your trainer. Okay, so you need to learn when to be an agent, when to be a trainer, all of these levels have different skill sets, and the program is designed to teach you all of that. So you just have to follow the program. Okay, so get onto Academy. That is going to be, it's got the whole program designed. Okay, so I've got a challenge as well tomorrow, Thursday, maybe Friday. I'm going to be in the field. I'm going to push door to door. Maybe I'll be at a gazebo for a couple of hours as well. I'm going to do 2 full days in the field, and I want to challenge the team leaders to join me. I'm going to live stream. I'm going to explain my experience. I'm going to do battle stats on the app. I'm going to record everything so that I can know exactly how many people can you see, and how the system works and where we can improve as well. So if you want to go with me out in the field, I'm going to Mamelodi for a day and I'm going to Katures for a day. Maybe I'll go to Soweto or Katures for another day. Okay, so for the team leaders, come and join me here where I'm at. I'm going to announce it on the groups as well. You're welcome to join me. We're going to use a new app. We're going to do area allocations. We'll have an area we're going to give to the guys, and we're going to work an area properly and make notes, go back to customers. I'm going to see I have my 30 interactions, and I'm going to see if I can get one or 2 leads at least for tomorrow. So I want to challenge the guys to come and join me. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope this is going to help a lot. Leave your comment if you've got comments, if you've got questions, and let's see if we can reach out to you as well. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Stop, yeah.
Just going to ask for another minute waiting for this one.